cheeky Sunday afternoon, not Saturday anymore. It's a Sunday afternoon doubleheader matinee where the Trojans of USC travel down to take on the Matadors of CSUN. Welcome in, everyone. Jonas Tawney alongside of you for today's doubleheader, where the 6 and 7 CSUN B team come in and take on the 10 and 4 Trojans. Now, two of the four losses for the Trojans have come to this CSUN Black team. CSUN knows how to play USC well, and they're looking to combat that and make sure they are able to get their second and third win. 1 and 5 in conference play are the Matadors, and they're looking to boast that record. The Trojans coming in 7 and 1 in conference play, so the conference matchups here playing a big factor, especially going into playoffs here. 12 minutes are on the clock. Apologies, that's shooting up to 20, so 2 halves of 20. And for the Matadors, dealing with a little bit of injuries here. So they're dealing with some injuries, and they'll only have 6 today. Caden Willingham dealing with a little bit of an injury here, so he might be on a lot more rest. And the Trojans also dealing with a short bench, only with 8 players today. So a little bit of a tougher, a shorter bench for these guys. But 6 players for the Matadors. The Ridge will be in the black jerseys, and the Trojans wearing their black or red and gold jerseys. It's looking to be a good matchup here alongside Jonas Tawney and Arabella Roman of the Matador Sports Network. We are happy that you are here wherever you may be watching this Sunday afternoon CSUN Men's Club Basketball, and this matchup very pivotal in the standings. Next week, the best team in the nation, best club team in the nation of the UCLA Bruins will come to the SRC and visit the Matadors. We'll have both those games here, or I guess all 4 of those games here on the Matador Sports Network. You can tune in on Saturday and Sunday next week. Well, that's coming up in the future. But in the present, the Matadors have a tall task ahead of them, of the USC Trojans, as we get set to go for the first half. So Caden Willingham, I believe, will be sitting on the bench for. He will not be a starter. So it'll be Nathan Liu, Ethan Mabito, Elijah Perkins, Ibanez, and Drew. That will be the starting 5 for the Matadors. Well, the Trojans will get you their starting 5 here in a second. Matadors coming in. They've won their last 2, beat Claremont last week, both games. Took on USC on Thursday. The A team did, and now the B team has the task ahead of them to take on the Trojans. They have had their number, have beaten them twice, 66-58 and 59-41. So always a very, very tight game here. We'll take a look at the Trojans starting 5. The Wiggins, Singh, Coblins Brown, Shinguia, Liu, and Watkins. So they will be the starting 5 for the Trojans. As we are just about to get set underway for tip-off here at the Red Ring Courts. We are underway for matinee basketball as the Trojans going to win the tip and take this one into their own zen. Swinging around the arc, Liu guarding him heavily. Swings it back out to the corner as Watkins gets this one back over to Shinguia. Back over to Brown, looking for options. The 3 beyond the arc, it's good. First 3 points go to Watkins, and that'll be 3 points for him, and a great assist there. Nathan Liu pulls the trigger from beyond the arc, hits the cylinder, will go out. Ball will go to the Trojans, so it's a 3-0 game right now. In favor of the Trojans, and they're looking to start with a quick lead as Singh's going to bring this out back into the mid-range, back out to the corner. The 3 off the iron, and that'll be back out to Abanya. Is going to get this one over to Perkins from the corner. Liu hesitates, brings this one in. The layup going to get stuffed. The ball will stay with CSUN, but a good block there from the Trojans. Shinguia, way to stuff that one there. Liu looking for his option, swings this one to the corner for Perkins. Liu sets the screen. Perkins pulls the trigger off the cylinder. No good. Rebounded by Wiggins. Wiggins long pass over to Watkins. Back out to Brown. Brown going to try and make something happen. A good block there by Drew, and comes back out as here come the Matadors. Mubito makes a move. No good. So he falls to 0 for 1 on the day on baskets. This one back out to Brown. Brown pulls the trigger from the corner, hits off the iron. Still a 3-0 game right now in favor of the Trojans. Perkins trying to find the equalizer. He'll elect to dribble this one back, keep it along the wall, drives into the arc, passes this one out to the corner, back out to Drew. Drew hesitates, still at the baseline, back out to Perkins beyond the arc. Back over to Ibanez. Ibanez driving in the layup. Beautiful Euro step, nothing but net there. And the Matadors have found their first points. They're still trailed by 1. What a good layup there. Nice move, but no good there. They'll still stay out. Brown at the corner flies this one over to Singh. Singh back over to Wiggins. Wiggins back out to Singh. Singh pulls the trigger from deep. Off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Ibanez. So Ibanez already has 2. Making a look at another, maybe a couple more baskets. And Mubito pulls the trigger from 3. Nothing but net. Mubito gets his first 3 points, and we'll get a timeout quickly from the Trojans. 17:04 left to go. It's a 5-3 game. Mubito pulls the trigger from 3. And it's nothing but net there. And some good movement there. Good defense from the Matadors, not allowing the Trojans to get in, keeping them from beyond the arc. And the Trojans very good at getting in and driving into the key, making those crucial layups. And the Matadors are doing a very, very good job at stuffing them. 3-point shooting has not been there for the Matadors. Or at least really for either team. The first basket came on a 3, and the third basket also came on a 3. So 2 threes and a 2. Mubito has 3 points, and Ibanez has 2 points. So timeout ending, still going to be Trojans ball. So Singh will inbound the ball for the Trojans. 17:03 left to go here in the first half. Jonas Tani alongside our executive producer, Arabella Roman, here for some Sunday matinee. Singh beyond the arc gets this one back over to Liu. Liu going to play catch with Singh. Singh drives in. Back out to Watkins. Watkins to Wiggins. Wiggins back to Watkins. Going to lose this one. Perkins with the steal and the rebound. And the Matadors get the chance to get the gears moving again as Mubito going to pass this one out to Perkins. Drives in, layup. It will be a foul. So first team foul for the Trojans in the first half. Ball will stay with the Doors. Perkins out to Lou. Lou thought about it. From deep, the three from Mubito off the iron, no good. As Brown going to recover this one, back over to Lou. Back over to Singh, setting up an umbrella setup. Wiggins down, the corner three from Lou. Rims in and out, but the tip in. Made up by Brown. So we're equal here at 5. As Perkins going to bring this one in. Just in the arc. Out for Ibanez. Ibanez the midi. Rides the iron. No good. As the Trojans come through. Back out. A nice pass from Brown. An even better block, which is going to be counted as a foul. And it'll be a shooting foul on Perkins. So his first of the evening, the second, or the first for CSUN, but it'll be a shooting foul. 2 shots for Brown as he'll drain the first one. Brown will get one more shot here. That one's going to ride the iron and fall. Another 2 points. As they go up to 7. Perkins driving, and the layup gets stuffed. What a block there by Watkins. Right place, right time, being able to stuff the layup attempt from Perkins. The trigger from deep will be no good as it'll fly out. And Wang unable to pull the trigger from deep. Just an air ball as Mubito getting pressured by Ortiz. The deep three from Ibanez. It's green. And then Ibanez getting another 3 points. That'll put his total up to 5. The Matadors up by 1 now. Backed out for Brown. Brown, the pass in for Watkins. No good. And that'll be Drew with the rebound. Back out to Lou. Lou going to drive into the paint. Layup misses. Lou back out to Mubito. Mubito from 3. Bounces in. Luck is on his side today. Another 3 points for the freshman of Ethan Mubito. 11-7 is the score. Could be 10-11. No good there as Wang misses off the mark, but it'll be a foul. Well, the second team foul. The first on Drew. So Ortiz inbounding this one out to Wang. Getting this one out. Wiggins pulling the trigger. Air ball rebounded by Drew. Back out to Perkins. Perkins driving down the layup. Rides the iron and falls. So 2 points for Perkins. And that'll bring the Matadors up to a 13-7 lead. A 6-point lead. Their largest of the game so far. Singh driving this one in. Circle gets the square. No good. Back out to Brown. Brown fighting through traffic. Will miss this one, and Ibanez rebounds it back out, driving into the paint with speed. Nice Euro step, gets stuffed by a Trojan there. That's Wiggins with the block. Gets this one out to Singh. Singh tries to make the pass. Ball will stay with the Trojans as it flies out, tips off a Matador. Back out the block, stuffed by Wiggins, and it'll be Ibanez who rebounds this one. An offensive rebound for him. Matadors so good at being able to get the rebounds when they need to and not allowing USC to get those second chances in the paint. Crucial zones. Perkins flies this one out to Ibanez. Back out to Mubito. He's been good from 3. Gets this one over to Lou. Lou pulls the trigger. The midi rides the iron in and out. No good. Wiggins out for Singh. Singh with the layup. It's going to be fouled. That'll be another foul on Drew. The 3rd team foul for the Matadors. And 2 shots coming up for Singh. First one off the iron, no good. We'll get some subs here. So Watkins checks back in for Coblins Brown. 1 shot left to go for Singh. As he drains this one. So 1 for 2 on the free throws, and the Trojans will cut the gap to 5. It's 13 to 8 is the score, as Perkins going to bring this one in, trying to drive through the paint. Steps this one back out to Lou, beyond the arc, holds it, settles it, dribble, pulls the trigger, off the iron, no good. And Ortiz coming back out, looking to drive through. Back out to Watkins as Wiggins, that was Wiggins to Watkins, no good, but here comes Ibanez. Ibanez making a little Euro step, no good there. Rebounded by Drew. Drew with the and 1 as it'll fall. He'll get the 2. It'll be another foul on the Trojans. So Drew will get 1, and he will sink it to the 3-point play complete. It is 16 to 8, and the Matadors have doubled their lead here as Ortiz skying this one over to Singh. Singh not able to do anything with it, playing catch with Ortiz. Back out to Wiggins. Wiggins pulls the trigger, rims out of the cylinder. No good. Lou will get the offensive rebound once more. He's been so good in the paint, being able to rebound. As Mubito flies this one out to Lou. Lou at the top of the arc, having to battle off Wang. Try and drive to the layup, no good. As rebounded by Wiggins. Wiggins going to come in, gets this one over to Ortiz. Ortiz looking to make something happen, and he'll get stuffed on the block. Ibanez coming out, rolls this one over to Perkins. As Perkins, the deep 3. No good. We'll get a whistle here. That'll be an offensive foul. Inbounded by the Trojans, getting this one over to Wiggins. Wiggins to Watkins, out to Singh from 3. It's good. Nothing but net there for Singh as he improves his total to 4 points on the night. And the Trojans have broke double digits. It's 11-16 lead at 5 now as Lou passing this one around to Ibanez. Matador's trying to figure out how to answer back. Perkins pulls the trigger. Off the iron, no good. Singh coming out with this one. Back up at the key, pushing in. Out for Ortiz. Little stutter step being double teamed. Back out to Singh. Wide open. 3 rides the iron. No good, but the ball will stay with the Trojans as Drew was unable to cleanly recover this one. So stoppage on the court here. Ball will stay with the Trojans. Wiggins going to inbound this to Ortiz. Ortiz gets this one over to Singh. Back out to Wiggins. Had a chance to take the shot, elected to hold it. As Wiggins going to get this one in over to Singh. Singh out to Ortiz. Wide open. Off the iron. Rebounded by the Matadors, and Lou will keep this one in out to Perkins. Beautiful play there. Great heads-up display. Great basketball IQ. Able to keep the ball inbounded and not stopping for anything. Perkins going to elect to hold this one as he crosses the timeline there. Gets this one over to Drew. Drew will get this back over to Ibanez. Perkins was setting the screen. Back out to Perkins. The 3. No good. But a foul on the floor as Lou pushing in the screen. So that'll be Watkins, his first foul on the night. So Perkins with the inbound as he'll float this one over. Good steal there by Wiggins. Has no teammate. Drive for Singh. The layup circle gets the square. Is good. Good steal there. And Singh getting another 2 points. And the Trojans clawing their way back from a deficit of 8. It's now a deficit of 2. And if you're the Matadors, you don't get a bucket here, you may want to call a timeout as Drew going Gonna play this one back over to Perkins. Perkins holding it with it. Nice little play in the paint for Lou. No good. Nothing falling for them right now as Wang gonna bring this one out over to Ortiz. Ortiz. Stutter step, the midi. Rims around, no good. Mubito with the offensive rebound, getting his pocket picked, able to hold this one. Mubito driving in with speed, back out to Drew. The three, rims the iron. So Matador's not being able to get anything to fall. Trojans on a little bit of a run right now. As Ortiz out to Wang, back out to Wiggins, the deep three off the iron. Nothing falling for either team right now, as Mubito's just going to bring this one in. 6 minutes left to go in the first half. As Perkins drives this one out. Back over to Lou. Lou going to stutter step in. The layup is good. Rims the iron and falls, so Lou will get his first points of the evening. Good pass there from Wiggins, and the layup falls. It's another 2 points for the Trojans. Deficit still at 3, 15-18 now. A little bit more scoring to start here as Perkins going to drive this one in. In the body to shield Zabanez. Coming out, back over to Drew, the deep three. Rims the iron, no good. Wiggins with the rebound. Bringing this one back out, back over. Layup there for Singh. And it's good, and we'll get a timeout here from the Matadors, and a good timeout called. Deficit is 1 now, 18-17, and a good timeout there by the Matadors, as they have not been able to get anything to fall for them. And the Trojans been on a run. If you're the Trojans, you're happy here. Coach Matt for the men's basketball team, his first year as a volunteer head coach, and they're enjoying a lot of success with him. They're having a blast here at the SRC. That Matador magic has continued to be true for this club basketball team. A couple of win streaks that they've had, and they want to try and keep that magic going. It's a 1-point game. Here at the SRC. In a back-and-forth game it has been. Almost turning into a little bit of a track meet. Just the constant back and forth, so. Players definitely getting their conditioning in when they need to. You talk about conditioning at practice all the time, but sometimes the best way to condition is conditioning in games. Now, for me, I come from a wrestling background, so obviously conditioning is huge in practice, but even earlier in the season, in those earlier tournaments before you get to the league duels and the playoff tournaments and towards the end of the season, you want to be very conditioned for that one. So using those early season tournaments to condition yourself. And as of right now, that's what the Matadors are doing. Willingham is going to step in, as Lou is going to take a seat on the bench. So nursing an injury is Willingham, but still able to play. And watch how much he comes off the bench as Perkins slides this one over to Ibanez, back out to Mubito. Mubito going to drive in. That one will fall. So another 2 points for Mubito, and a crucial point. Sings pulls the trigger from 3, rides the iron, no good. Ibanez going to recover this one, looking to break free with space, going to pass this one out to Drew. Drew over to Willingham, the deep corner 3 goes wide, hits the rim, but will bounce out. Singh recovers this one, back over to Wiggins. Wiggins thought about the 3, no there. Back over to Watkins. Watkins driving into the paint, going to get his pocket picked by Mubito. A little bit of a shoulder there as Perkins recovers this one. Mubito's grabbing his shoulder after that play. Didn't look good. Back out for Drew, the wide open 3. Rims the iron. The rebound there from Ibanez is good. Euro step. Traveling to Europe, if you will. And the Matadors will increase their lead to 22-17. It's a 5-point gap as Ortiz tried to get this over to Wiggins. Back over to Ortiz, driving in the paint. Back out to Wiggins, pulls the trigger. Off the iron, no good. Perkins trying to come down with it. It'll be the Matadors who come away with this one. Good rebound by Ibanez. Back out to Willingham. Willingham back over to Mubito. Mubito, the deep two. In and out, no good for him. As Ortiz just going to take this one himself. A good solo effort. Spins around off the iron. Ortiz once more, the second chance. It'll be the third foul for Drew on the evening. So time running, 3 minutes left to go. First one from Ortiz is no good. We'll get some subs. Lou gonna come in and Drew gonna take a seat. So last shot for Ortiz. That one will fall. So it's a 4-point lead now as Willingham gonna pass this one over to Abanya, still at the top of the arc, driving in. The layup falls for the Matador. And he's had a very, very good evening for himself tonight, or good afternoon, I should say. Ortiz looking to pull the trigger, no good. Still back out the midi, pops out, and Perkins with the rebound. Back over to Ibanez, looking to pull the trigger, no good. Back out to Perkins, the deep three, airballed. Back over to Lou. Gets this one over to Brown, who will get fouled on Perkins. So another foul for the Matadors. That's going to be their 5th team foul. So 2 shots for Brown. He's already sank both of his free throws today. He'll sink his third one. So a 5-point lead could dwindle down to a 4-point lead, and it does. As he makes both perfect 4 for 4 on the day so far. Lou getting pressured by Lou as well. Lou going to pass this one over to Mubito. Mubito back over to Lou. One Lou versus the other. And he will get fouled. Nathan Lou of the Matadors will get fouled. So one Lou fouling the other. That'll be the 4th foul of the day for the Trojans. Perkins will slide this one over to Willingham, playing it over the half-court line. More towards the far side. Screen set by Perkins. Willingham trying to make a move. The step back. Back over to Ibanez, driving in the paint. Gonna circle back from the free throw line. Off the iron. No tip in from the Matador Lou. But all good as Wiggins gonna recover this one. Pulls the trigger. That one will go wide. Singh will take this one out of bounds, so it'll be Matador's ball. Minute 14 left to go in the first half, a 4-point game. As Perkins going to drive this one through the layup circle, gets the square. And Perkins, another 2 points for him as the Matadors increase their gap to 6. Lou going to get this one out. Mubito almost picked Wiggins' pocket. Wiggins comes through, going to get fouled. It'll be another foul on Perkins, so the 6th team foul for the Matadors. And Wiggins is going to miss his first free throw. So he will stay at 2 points. And the other one will rim out, so no good, but the putback from Brown. And it'll be another foul on Lou. So his first, and Brown will go back to the line. He's been a perfect 4 for 4 today. We'll see if he goes 6 for 6. So Brown, that one, nothing but net there as he sinks that one. Up to 21, and the Trojans, broadcaster drinks in effects there as he misses. So it goes to 5 for 6 on the day for free throws. And Elijah Perkins kind of going to hold it. 45 seconds left to go in the half. Ibanez with the little Euro step, and he's traveling over to Europe as Ibanez gets another 2 for him on the day. He's had himself a matinee showing in game 1 of the doubleheader as the Matadors improve to 28 points. Mubito gets the pocket picked. Layup good for Mubito. The steal and the points for him. That's his 10th point of the day so far. Matadors up to 30. It's a 9-point lead here for the Matadors as time's winding down. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Ortiz back out to Singh. Have to shoot this one soon. Singh back out to Ortiz. Pulls the trigger. Does not beat the buzzer. Singh once more. Ortiz, that one will fall. So it'll be halftime here at the SRC in game 1. Matadors lead by 9 here on the Matador Sports Network. So Willingham will inbound the ball. And a full court press from the Trojans is what it looks like. So watch out for the press. As the press is in full effect. And it's going to be a 5-second violation for Willingham. Didn't pull the trigger right away. So it'll be Trojans' ball. And that's exactly why they employed the press. Ortiz inbounding this one. Gets this one over to Brown. Going to get his pocket picked by Ibanez. Ball will still stay with the Trojans. So back over to Watkins. Watkins trying to create space. Going to get stolen away by Ibanez. Ibanez going to come down and cut across the court. Run into Willingham, but able to maintain possession. Looking for options here as he drives into the paint. Gets stuffed, but it will be the Trojans' ball. Ortiz going to inbound this one to Wiggins. 14.5 left to go here in game number 1. Ortiz thought about pulling the trigger. Ball going to go to the Matadors. So 14-20 left to go. Almost a steal there from Ortiz, but Willingham just going to bring this one down. Gets this one out to Perkins. Perkins going to drive the paint back out to Lou. Pulls the trigger. That one, Brown just barely got a piece of that one. As the Trojans come down the other way, Wiggins tries to get something to happen. The finger roll rims it in, and it's good. As Wiggins gets another 2, and the Trojans only down by 3 points here. A deep 3 could tie the game, and the Matadors have their backs to the wall as Mubito looks for the pass, drives this one in, out to Lou. Lou brings this one in, pulls the trigger from Mitty. No good. Ortiz with the rebound. Gets this one over to Wiggins. Wiggins back out to Ortiz. Ortiz pour the champagne for him as he gets another 2 points. His third of the evening. It's a 1-point deficit for the Trojans as Lou unable to make something. Circle gets the square there as Lou able to find another 2 points for them. Lead back out to 3. The deep 3, tie game! Wiggins with the deep 3. We're tied at 41 apiece here at the Red Ring Courts as Willingham, nice little spin move, tries to get something to happen, no good. Ortiz getting something to the nose, but Wiggins out to Wang. Wang from 3. That one no good as Brown recovers this one in the rebound. Lou's out in front, and he'll get it to fall. So Brown with another 2 points. It's a 2-point deficit for CSUN. Matadors their first time. They have been down today. They have been unable to score in the last couple of possessions as Ibanez pulls the trigger. That one not able to fall. Ortiz tries to get this one over to Wiggins. He does in the corner. Wiggins being pressured by Lou. Back out to Ortiz. Swings the rock around to Wiggins. Wiggins pulls the trigger from the corner. No good. Lou with the offensive rebound. Gonna just elect to run this one up. Makes the Euro step. That one will not fall. We'll go out of bounds. It rode the top of the hoop. As we'll get a reset here. Ortiz going to bring this one in. Back around for Singh. Singh swings this one over to Wang. Little step back over to Singh. Singh back over to Wang. Wang over to Watkins. Good passing play there as Ortiz. Oh my, what a play. Ortiz gets another 2. And it's a 45-41 game right now. The Matadors essentially beating themselves. Tries to get this one out. And Ortiz gets this one out to Wang. Wang pulls the trigger from 3. Rims the iron, no good. Perkins going to recover this one out to Ibanez. Ibanez unable to do anything. That one will not fall. So it'll be another foul on the Trojans. It'll be Ibanez who will shoot 2. And Mubito and Ibanez unable to score. Ibanez is going to score 1. That'll be his first point of the second half, so it'll go to a 42-45 deficit. That one not going to go. Ibanez almost getting his own rebound. And it'll go to the Trojans. So Ibanez missing the free throw. Back over to Singh. Singh gonna pull the trigger from deep. That one hits the iron. Watkins with the offensive rebound, still loose at the feet. Ibanez doesn't come away with this one. Being double teamed, back out to Ortiz, who's gonna get screened, and Perkins. Good defense there from the Matador as he does not let anything through. Perkins with the finger roll. Perkins gonna get 2, and he's gonna get the and 1. So Perkins with the and 1, a chance to tie the game here, 44-45. Perkins does not, but it'll be an offensive rebound for Ibanez. Back over to Drew. Perkins out to 9 points on the day, trying to hit double digits right now. Perkins pulls it from deep, and no Perkins shooting that one there, as it'll be an air ball. Wiggins back out to Ortiz, wide open 3, rims the iron, no good. As Drew recovers this one, and the Matadors will elect to slow things down. Halfway through the second half here, Matadors trail by 1, 44-45 in the second half. Mubito gonna take this one in, tries to get this one out to Perkins. It's gonna be a foul. It'll be a foul on the Trojans. Ball will go to the Matadors. Actually, no, it'll be a foul on... It will be a foul on the Trojans. I believe the foul was on Watkins, his second of the day. Perkins gets this one over to Lou. Holds it back. 10 minutes left to go. Pulls the trigger from deep. That one no good. Drew able to keep this one in. It'll go out of play. And it'll be Trojans' ball. So good idea there. Not good execution. We just crossed the halfway point of the second half. Wiggins gets this one out to Singh. Back over to Brown. Out to Ortiz. Lou doesn't pull the trigger. Drives this one to the paint. The floater, no good. Singh brings this one back. The floater for him. That one falls. Nothing but net for Singh. That'll be his first 2 points of the game. And the leads back out to 3, 44-47. Mubito gets this one back out to Ibanez. Ibanez drives this one in, elects to hold it. The midi from him. Nothing but net there as he greens that one. So 46-47, lead at 1 for the Trojans. Singh not pulling the trigger. Back out to Wiggins. Back over to Brown. Back to Singh at the top of the key. Back out to Ortiz. Swings this one over to Lou. Lou back over to Ortiz. Playing catch with it. Back out to Brown in the paint. Brown looking to make a move. That one falls for him. As he improves to a couple more points on the evening. Mubito back out to Drew. Gets this one over to Ibanez driving in the paint. Gonna get stuffed. What a block there by Wiggins. Unable to do anything. Mubito not able to get a hand on this one. And we'll get subs here. 8:42 left to go. Perkins going to try and bring this one through. Tries to finger roll it off. No good. And unable to use the square there. Back out to Ortiz. Looking for the rebound. Hits off the top of the rim. Ball loose out, but Singh recovers this one. Pulls the trigger. No good. It hits off the cylinder. But the rock stays with the ridge. And it'll be another timeout for the Matadors, as we will get a stoppage here. Their second timeout, their third out of the fourth timeout. Second in this half. 8:10 left to go. Alongside Paige McGill and Arabella Roman, John Estani with you here in the broadcast booth. Thank you for tuning in for wherever you may be on a beautiful Sunday afternoon here from the Ridge, Red Ring Courts in the SRC. As the Matadors, you can look ahead to next week, but right now you got to look at this matchup. The Matadors will play the #1 team in the country next week of the UCLA Bruins in club basketball. And the Bruins have been a force to be reckoned with. CSUN hosts the Turkey Jam tournament every year. UCLA stomped competition throughout that entire tournament, made everyone look like humans, and they are up in the... They looked immortal, is what I'm trying to say. And the Bruins will come in and play 4 games here next week. So the Matadors can make a swing. They're getting votes in the top 25 in the nation for club basketball. So they're getting votes, but we shall see. What happens there? Drew gonna slide this one over to Perkins. Perkins gonna hold this one, trying to box out himself. Mubito. The floater falls for him, as Ethan Mubito gets his first 2 points of the half. It'll be 48-49. Trojans still lead by 2. Wiggins gets this one over to Brown. Brown gonna try and get the backboard, unable to do so, as the Matadors get this one back over to Perkins, still in their own end. Ibanez running around, swinging it through, back over to Lou. Lou pulls the trigger off the mark, and Ortiz will recover this one. 7.5 left to go, as the Trojans looking to get back to their winning ways here. Back over to Ortiz, back out to Wang, just misplays it. Ball rolls off his finger. We'll get a couple of subs. Lou will sit down. Singh comes back out. Perkins slides this over to Lou. Lou over to Drew. Almost a nice little handoff there. The Super Bowl may have been last week, but we still have some Super Bowl ideas, as the ball going to pop loose. Back out to Wiggins. Wiggins going to make a move, trying to get through. Back out to Ortiz, pulls the trigger from 3. Nothing but net. The tray drops for him. It'll be 52, half a century of points for them. That's the 3 from Ortiz falls. The 3 from Lou. No answer there, as Ortiz gets the rebound. Pop loose for Ibanez. Ibanez just had one to beat. And what a move there from the Matador, as he gets his 5th points of the evening. It'll be a 50-52 game. Matador's down by 2. Ortiz almost pulled the trigger, as Wiggins pops through, back out to Ortiz. Thought about it. We will. Ortiz drains this one. He's on fire right now. That's a 2nd consecutive 3. It's a 55-50 game. Mubito leaves this one back over for Perkins. Perkins holding this one. Fakes the pass back over to Ibanez. Ibanez fakes the pass there. Euro step, no good. And it'll be Wang who will get the foul. That'll be his first. And Ibanez will go to the line. He's 1 for 2 on the day for free throws. He'll get 2 shots. Ibanez misses the first one. Last shot for him out of the 2 free. As he's at the line, Abanya is going to drain the second free throw. So another point for the Matadors. Now a 4-point lead for the Trojans as they got one early in the second half. Singh almost pulled the trigger over to Wang. That one hits off the cylinder. No good. Drew going to get this one out to Liu. Liu will hold this one out to Drew. Drew, hard pass over to Abanya is contested. Nothing but net. 54 for the Matadors as Abanya drains another 3. He's caught fire this second half. It's a 1-point lead. Ortiz pulls the trigger off the iron. Singh with the rebound. Back over to Ortiz. Coming down with this one. Fakes the move. Back over. Perkins blocks this one. Brown unable to get the deflection in. The putback no good. Perkins going to get this one over to Mubito. Driving down with speed. Back over to the corner for Abanyas for 3. Lead still stays with the Trojans. Drew with the rebound. Still in the corner being pressured by Wiggins. The pass over to Mubito through contact, no good, no foul off of that one. Wang gonna hold this one, and Ortiz gonna look to settle the game back down. Singh from 3, no good there as that one hits off. Ball stays with the Trojans. That's a 1-point lead, 4.5 left to go in game 1. And we'll get a timeout here. Four and a half left to go. It's a 1-point lead. The Trojans looking to draw something up. And the Matadors just trying to calm the nerves here. They need to get something. There's a Trojan timeout. Four and a half left to go. It's a 1-point lead. Back and forth. Abanyas, 9 points, brings his total up to 20. Willingham had 5 points in the second half. Mubito only at 12 in the game. Ortiz inbounds this one. Back over to Wiggins. Back over to Brown. Over to Wang. Back over to Ortiz. Slides this one over to Wiggins. Thought about pulling the trigger. He does not. Driving through the paint. The finger roll is good. And another 2 points for the Trojans as Wiggins having a great second half here. Liu bringing this one back. Looking for it back over to Abanyas. Sorry, not Abanyas. Back over to Drew. Abanyas now the sole possessor of the rock. Slides this one over to Mubito. The step back, no good. Off the rim. Ortiz with the bring down. And Wang will recover this one for the Trojans. Back over to Wiggins in the corner. Thought about pulling the trigger. Be covered by Mubito. Wiggins gets this one over to Singh. What a pass from Wiggins. And an even better finish from Singh. As the Trojans are back up to a 5-point lead. Abanyas back over to Mubito. Mubito looking for something. Fakes the move through contact. No good as Wiggins with the rebound. Drives this one out. Wiggins. Back at the arc. Back over for Singh. Back over to Ortiz. Screen set by Brown on Liu. Back over to Singh. Singh driving through paint. Off the rim. I think the Matadors got a piece of this one as Ibanez going to drive through. Coming through contact is Ibanez. That one is good for another 2 points. And Ibanez filling up the stat sheet here. It's a 3-point lead for the Trojans as Wiggins going to get his pocket picked by Liu. Liu, the finger roll is good on the fast break, and another 2 points for him. That's his 5th of the second half. His 7th on the game. It's a 1-point game once more. 2.5 left to go in the second half, and the Trojans trying to finish this one out. Wiggins from the line. Back over to Ortiz, pulls the trigger. Nothing but net for him as he adds to his tally of another 3. So a 62-58 game. Matadors have to go here. Liu pulls the trigger from 3. No good there. Rebounded by Ibanez. Trying to get this one out, but it'll be Brown who recovers this one. Back over to Ortiz. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the second half of game number 1. The Trojans are trying to slow this game out, close it out here as Ortiz gets this one over to Wiggins. Back over to Ortiz, playing catch with it now. Back over to Ortiz as Singh thinking about pulling the trigger. Back over to Ortiz, back to Singh. Singh gets this one over to Wiggins, just playing catch with this one. 1.5 left to go here. The Trojans are trying to hold this ball. Wang gonna get fouled. The ball will stay with the Trojans, and Drew's gonna come off. Willingham's gonna come back on. So pass up to Ortiz. They're gonna get fouled. Official losing his whistle. Got to keep a grasp on that one. If you're the Matadors, you got to take care of the basketball right now. You're down by 4. You only have 1:15 left to go. Singh is going to keep this one back. Back over to Ortiz. And another foul there. So 5 fouls for the Matadors. Still no shots being given out for the bonus, and they're going to foul once more. So Mubito just taking 2 fouls there. It's his first 2, so that'll be foul number 6. And we'll get one more foul here on Mubito. And that will be, they'll finally go to the line for 2. Mubito takes his 3rd foul. So he's going to take 2. It'll be Singh who takes the 2. 1 for 2 on the day at the line. So that one no good. It's a 1-and-1 situation. And the Matadors coming down with speed. They have time. They need to make something happen. Ibanez with the finger roll is good. And the and 1. Flag it up for Ibanez as he will have a chance to make the 3-point play and cut the deficit to 1. So a monstrous second half here for him as he has a chance to add to his point total. No good. Wiggins gonna bring this one through. 55 seconds left to go. Wiggins coming through with the finger roll. It'll be fouled. On Mubito. And he'll get 2 shots. So Drew gonna come in for Mubito. Wiggins going to take his first one. That one will fall. Wiggins once more going to miss that one. So 1 for 2. The corner 3 from Willingham. Fakes it, pulls the trigger. Caden Willingham, no good. Ball pops loose as Wiggins going to pop this one through. It'll stay with the Matadors. So 63-60, a 3-pointer ties the game. Willingham going to get this one over to Perkins. And you just need a 3 here. You don't want to shoot the long ball. Going to pop loose for Ibanez. Ibanez over to Willingham. Time winding down for the Matadors. Less than 30 seconds here on the clock. Back out to Ibanez. Trying to find space. Back over for Drew. Pass this one over to Perkins. Back out to Drew. Back over to Ibanez. Not pulling the trigger. Singh almost picked that one off. Perkins with the trigger. No good. Rebound for USC. Ortiz skies this one over to Wiggins. Back out to Singh. Singh gonna get this one over to Watkins with the dunk, and that'll do it for game number 1. As the 3 from Ibanez does not fall. And game number 1 will conclude 65-60 in favor of the Trojans. We'll get you the final stats point-wise here. As we'll step aside real quick. We got a 5-minute break before game number 2 here at the SRC. Game 1 in the books. Final score 65-60 in favor of the Trojans. So they snapped their scoring streak, or their losing streak, to the CSUN B team. In game 1. And the Trojans are playing very, very good basketball here. They're very good in the situations. Final tallies from last game for the Trojans. Singh with 12. Coblins Brown with 16. Watkins with 9. Wiggins with 12. Liu with 2. Ortiz with 14 for the Matadors. Liu with 7. Willingham with 5, all 5 in the second half. Mobito with 12, fell a little short. Had a really hot first half, scoring 10, and then only 2 in the second half. For Perkins, he scored 4 in the first, 5 in the second. That's 9 points total. Ibanez caught fire in the second half, tallying 13 points in the second half for a total of 24. And Drew, with the 4 fouls, had 3 points. So good game for the Trojans, and good to get back to their winning ways. That's a win they needed. And a good win for them. We're awaiting the start of game 2, and Coach Matt very animated with his team, and rightfully so. Matadors, not good situational awareness in the last 3 minutes of the game. And that maybe cost them a win there, so they fall to 6-8 instead of 6-7. Trojans go to 11-4, 8-1 in conference play, 1-6 in conference play for the Matadors. So if you are on the live stream, we just hit 1,000 subscribers on the MSN YouTube channels. I want to thank you for being a part of the journey from when we started 15 years ago. So thank you for being a part of the journey. We appreciate you. Huge milestone for us. Always something fun to see. We're going to get set for the second game of action. So the Matadors drop this one. Drop the first one to the Trojans. Second game coming up here. See if they can avenge themselves. In game number 2, it's a 5-point deficit. Matadors, when they win by 9 to 10 points. At least the last 2 times they played. We'll get another jump ball here, and we'll be set to go for game number 2, a Sunday doubleheader matinee. Can't think of a better way to spend a Sunday. Watching some CSUN basketball. Tip going to be won back by the Trojans. Deja vu almost here as the Trojans won the tip in the first half, so they're 2 for 2 on tip-offs here. They won it in the first game, as Watkins going to drive this one through the floater. No good, unable to get the first shot of the game. It'll be a foul. It'll go to the Matadors, so the first foul for the Trojans. And we'll get a whistle here. Court not being able to get the grip. So the starters for the Trojans, Ortiz, Wiggins, Brown, Singh, and Watkins. For the Matadors, Perkins, Ibanez, Drew, Willingham, and Liu. So Mubito getting the chair for the first part of the game. And we'll get an inbound here. Willingham going to get this to Drew. Full court press on for the Trojans. It worked in game one. Not so, well, don't want to say it didn't work just this play now, but in game one they forced a 5-second violation as Ibanez makes the Euro step. That one does not fall. We're still knotted at zeros here as Wiggins looking to get through. Maybe pulls the trigger, no good. Watkins unable to go through. Wiggins, the floater, air ball. Back out to Watkins. He gets the first basket for the Trojans. Count him on the score sheet as the Trojans score the first two. Perkins pulls the trigger off the rim. No good. Ortiz back out to Singh. Thought about the corner three. Elects to go through. It'll be a travel. William going to get this one out to Ibanez. So they bring it across the half-court line. CSUN going east to west. Trojans going west to east. Ball cycling around. Perkins pulls the trigger for three off the rim. Rebounded by Ortiz, and the Trojans going to come back down with it once more. So they look for something to happen as this one skied over to Wiggins. Wiggins looks to pull it there. Does not go. Drew going to get this one. Passes it up for Liu. Liu in the paint. No good as that one hits the rim. Nothing falling for the Matadors. They're still down 2-0. Wiggins going to try and make some action happening. No good there. Not even on the putback as Ibanez loses this one. Back over to Brown. Brown out to Wiggins. Going to swing this one over to Singh. Singh up for Watkins. That one no good. Back out to Ortiz. Thought about pulling it for the three. Still stays in the paint. Back out. Passes it over for Brown. Brown driving it in. The Euro step. No good. And the Perkins of the Matadors able to recover this one. Back out for Liu, who makes a nice nifty little pass for Drew. I'm going to slow the game down here as Liu's going to recover. This one gets stuffed by Watkins. Watkins to Wiggins. Going to lay this one in. And that doesn't happen without the block from Wiggins. What a play there. Or the block from Watkins. Wiggins was able to put that one in. The Watkins-Wiggins connection proves valuable once more. Errant pass there from Drew, intended for Liu, but it will go out of play, and we'll get a reset here. 17:07 left to go in the first half. Singh going to drive this one down. Back out for Brown. Perkins trying to tip this one out. Back out for Ortiz. Back for Singh. The three. Play the melody. Sing the melody, if you will, as he sinks that one for three. And it's a 7-0 run for the Trojans as they've gotten out to a hot start. Perkins pulls the trigger. That one's good. Tally it for him as Perkins gets on the score sheet for the Matadors. Gets their first points of the game as Wiggins bring this one over, and we will get a stoppage. And it'll be Drew, his first foul of the game. First foul on the Matadors. Singh will get the inbound in for Ortiz. The push, the fadeaway, no good. I still lose out in front. Perkins and Drew going to come away with this one. As Drew behind the play, looked to be a little hurt on that one. Perkins the fadeaway, no good. It'll be two shots for the Matadors. And this is exactly what they need here. As the first shot from Perkins is good. And we'll get some subs. So Mubito going to step in for Drew. Singh getting a very, very strict verbal warning. I think he got teched up. So Perkins will get another one. That one will be off the mark. And another one here for the Matador, as that one will be off the mark as well. So 1 for 3. But he'll get one more. And he'll get one more. So 4 free throws. Perkins had the chance to tie the game. Unable to do so as he's also off the mark on that one, but Abanya is going to rebound it. So 25% for Perkins. Very rare for him to be 1 for 4. Abanya pulls the trigger from deep off of the iron, and it'll be Wiggins with the recovery. Perkins almost picked the pocket there. No good. Wiggins back out to Ortiz. Ortiz trying to make something happen. Back out to Brown off the iron. No good. Rebounded by Perkins, and he's going to bring this one through. Perkins has been the backbone of this Matadors squad so far, as he will get a foul. And it'll be Singh who will get one, and Perkins goes back to the line, so he's already 1 for 4. He'll get another 2. Sinks the first one. Subs will come back in. Shenguia will check in for the first time today. Missed game 1, got here a little bit later in game 2, but was still able to make it as Perkins falls to 2 for 6, 33% from the line right now. It's not a good start for the Matadors, but 5-7, a 2-point game. Singh almost pulling the trigger, back out to Shenguia, floats the midi, his first points of the day as the midi falls for him, and it's now a 4-point game for the Matadors. 9-5 is the score in favor of the Trojans. So Willingham holding this one. Back out the spin move, fade away, no good. Singh unable to cleanly field this one. He'll get it back now as long pass over to Ortiz, still beyond the arc. Width of the court. Abanyas almost picked it off, but he tips it out of play. And we'll get a reset here. Wiggins to Shenguia. He doesn't miss from there. His second point in as many attempts. And it leads now 4. Or leads now 4. As Abanyas will tally another 2. Wiggins coming through, back out to Ortiz, pulls the trigger off the rim, and Abanyas will get the defensive board. Back out to Perkins. Willingham thinking about pulling the trigger, out for a wide open Lou in the corner. No good as it hits off the iron, and the Matadors can't buy a bucket right now. As they're at 7, the rebound for Brown. Mubito will get the foul. Just an inbound there. Shenguia misses on the midi, but it's still cash. I need his touch when I'm shooting baskets. As that one just fell in. Willingham from the 3, unable to do so. And Singh going to drive this one through, getting pressured by Lou at the line. Out for Shenguia, has 100% right now, and keeps at 100 as it's nothing but net. 8 points on the day for him already. Talking about an immediate impact as Shenguia. All smiles for the Trojan as Perkins uses the board, able to get this one in. He'll tally his 7th points of the night. And the Matadors back out to 9. There's a good stop there. Mubito going to drive this one out. Back out to the corner for Willingham. Lou pulls the trigger from deep. That one is green. And Matadors have broken double digits. It's a 3-point game now. It's 15-12. 13.5 left to go in the first half as Singh plays this one out. Back out for Shenguia. And Liu not agreeing with the call, but he is the law of the land. Singh pulls it from the corner. No good. Perkins with the offensive rebound as he drives this one in from the arc. Willingham back out to Lou from the corner, contested. No good off the rim. Ibanez with the offensive board. Back out to Perkins. Thought about pulling the trigger. Doesn't go. Back over to Mubito. Stutter step. The midi floats it in. It's good. Tally more points for Ethan Mubito, the freshman from Agora High School, as Wiggins gets this one over to Ortiz. Will lose it. Mubito almost playing with this one, as Wiggins will dump this one in. So another 2 points for him, as this is now 17-14. Willingham passing it out to Perkins, pulling the trigger from deep off the iron. And the Matadors not doing good at the three-point shooting right now, as Perkins almost picked this one off, but it'll tip out in some frustration from the Matador. But for the Matadors, they need to stop shooting threes, and they need to get more in the paint. The three-point shooting has not been good for them today. Wiggins out to Watkins. Lou gonna poke this one loose. So Wiggins to Watkins once more, still down in the corner. Watkins driving in, Wiggins back out to Wang. Wang doesn't pull the trigger, back out to Singh. Singh using the one-hander, floats it in. What a move from Punit Singh as he tallies 5 on the day. It's a 19-14 point lead. 19-14 point game, 5-point lead for the Trojans, and the Matadors need to get some offense going here. Back out to Ibanez. Ibanez pulls the trigger from deep. That one rides the iron, no good. Wang on the fast break, coming down the other way. Makes a move, the floater. Nothing but net there for him. He tallies his first points of the night. And it's going to be a timeout in favor of the Matadors, and that's a good timeout there, as the Trojans up by 7 now, as they've been able to score almost at will. So a timeout from the Matadors. Ibanez and Mubito at 2 points apiece. And Perkins with 7. So Ibanez coming through. Matadors will have the ball. That'll be picked off by Watkins, but the ball will stay with the Matadors. The Matador basketball. Perkins all the way over to Willingham, able to keep this one. That was very close. Being a backcourt violation. Nice move by Ibanez. Not able to finish, but what a move there. Breaking loose as Wang. Gonna come down, back over to Shenguia. Shenguia over to Ortiz. The floater, step back, no good. Boarded by Ibanez. Back over to Mubito. Mubito unable to do anything with that one as Watkins will pick his pocket back over for Shanguia. He's had the hot hand today so far. Nice move there. Beautiful passing play as Watkins slam Fernando Valley there as he gets another 2 for the Trojans. Perkins coming back up to Willingham, back over to Ibanez. Ibanez, the step back 3, nothing but net there. Cash money for him as he tallies 3 points and gets the Matadors their first points in the last couple of 5 minutes. Shanguia gets this one back out to Watkins. He'll get fouled. And it was Perkins with the foul. The 4th team foul for the Matadors. It'll be Watkins who shoots 2. That one will miss as it hits off the iron. A little bit too much power. And the other shot will fall, so that'll be his 5th point of the night. As Ibanez is going to come through, pulls that one back. Perkins thought about pulling the trigger. He will after the step back. That one hits off the iron. Will go out of play. It'll be Trojans ball. 10 minutes left to go here in the first half. Ball goes back to Ibanez. Ibanez with the move. Will get fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot for 2. So the Trojans' 2nd foul. It'll be Ibanez who shoots 2. First one will miss. That one will also fall for Ibanez. So Perkins with this one, getting this one back out to Ibanez. Back over to Willingham, being pressured by Wang. Back out to Willingham. Willingham over to Perkins, pulls the trigger for 3. Just misses there. Not able to find the hot hand. Back over for Wang. Wang gonna put this one in, and the and one for him. And he'll get the chance to go for the free throw line. So 26-17 as the free throw misses for Wang. Back out to Willingham, who pulls the trigger for 3. Cash money for him. So Willingham gets his first points of the night. And it's now a 6-point game. As that pass, a little bit too heavy. Ball will go to the Doors. Get some subs, 8.5 left to go in the first half. 6-point game here. Willingham holding this one, being screened by Perkins. Behind the back, steps back, no good. Or doesn't pull the trigger. As Perkins gonna look to shoot. Drew takes the trigger. No good there. Ortiz gonna slow it down. Bring it back over. The Trojans have a comfortable 6-point lead. Wiggins looking to make it 9. No good as Perkins going to recover this one. Perkins flying this one out to Willingham. Willingham Plays it back over to Drew. Pulls the trigger from the corner. No good. Just beyond the arc. The Matadors have not been able to shoot well. As Ortiz, back up to Shanguia. Back over to Wiggins from the corner. Calling for adjustments. Out to Watkins. Watkins in the paint. Gets stuffed. Back out to Lou. Lou losing this one. And that one just falls out of the cylinder, but a great move there by Watkins as here comes Mubito. Back out to Willingham. Willingham from three, no good. Watkins, the long pass over to Wiggins, loses control of this one, allows the Matadors to get back. Almost a fast break. Shanguia almost pulled the trigger there. Going to get that one back over to Ortiz. Back over to Watkins, back out for Shanguia. 100% for him. So far, he already has 10 on the day. Matadors slowing this one down. Down by 8 here as Drew going to slide this one over to Willingham. Back out to Mubito. Mubito steps back, pulls the trigger. That one's good for 2 as he splashes that one down. 6-point game now as the Trojans are going to try and get this one there. Nice spin move by Willingham. Willingham passes it over to Lou. That one not able to fall as Willingham gets the rebound. The hook shot will fall for him as it looks not good for him as he's limping on the way back. Injury might have been re-aggravated. Wiggins looked to pull it. Back to Shanguia, back out to Ortiz. He's going to fire that one from deep, and that one will be good for Ortiz. And we'll get a timeout here. So inbounded by the Matadors. Perkins going to bring this one through. Back over to Ibanez, back out for Lou, swings this one over to Mubito from the corner. Drew thought about it, gonna go through the paint in, rims this one in, falls through. The circles around once or twice, Mubito not able to keep this one in. Drew able to get the 2 points for the Matadors. Brown back out to Ortiz, pulls the trigger from the top of the arc. No good as Lou will get the offensive board. Coming away with it, gets his pocket picked. Nothing. Slam Fernando Valley for the Trojans as they're taking over in control of this game. Shanguia adds another 2 points to his tally, and Ibanez coming through. Back over to Mubito, out to Perkins. Perkins pulls the trigger from deep. That one's going to hit off the rim. Shanguia gets the rebound, and he's had the hot hand all day. He is taken over, used his hot hand to help will the Trojans back out. Steps back, gets this one over to Wiggins. Going to drive through the paint. No good. Pops this one back out. Matador's unable to keep this one in. Hits off Lou. Ball will stay with the Trojans. And what a way this Trojans team has been playing relentless on offense as Brown sinks that one in for 2. His first tally of the night. You talk about trap games for CSUN. This could have been a Trojan horse game as the step back from Ibanez falls. That one's good. It's another 2 for him. The Matadors get the 30-point mark as that one from Brown does not fall, but he'll get that one to fall on the putback. 35-30 here in the first half. 4 minutes left to go. Sorry, 28 to 35. So 7-point game. Ibanez gets this one back out to Drew. The 3, no good. Shanguia with the rebound. Gonna drive this one through. Gets it over to Ortiz. Back out to Shanguia. Back over to Wiggins. No good. Brown with the putback. 37-28. A 9-point lead. Trojans gonna get foul, or Trojans gonna foul. It'll be Wiggins who takes the foul. Third foul for the Matadors as Ibanez will get this ball inbounded to him. Looks to make a move at the top of the key, pulls the trigger, contested by Shanguia, hits off the rim. Ball will go to the Trojans. 3.5 left in the first quarter. 3:15 left to go as Ortiz gets this over to Shanguia. Good pass to Brown. Bonnier is going to take the foul there. And Brown will shoot for 2. The 5th team foul for the Matadors. Brown will get 2 shots here. He sinks the first one. So Brown in free throws. 5 for 6 last game. And he'll go 2 for 2 so far. He was 6 for 7 after that first one, and now he's 7 for 8. Perkins pulls the trigger from 3, in and out of the cylinder, but rebounded by Ibanez. Ibanez hard pass over to Mubito at the top of the key. Mubito throws up a 3. The tray is good, and it falls for Mubito. 31-37. Sorry, 31-40 is what the score looks like. As Lou Mubito from 3 once more. Hot hand, not falling. Perkins with the putback. That one will be good. Be 33 for the Matadors. So they're still down by 7. The tray does not fall for Ortiz. Be fouled on Ortiz. It'll go the other way. Three from Mubito. We apologize for the hot mic there. Mubito not happy with himself. Ibanez trying to make something happen. Gets this one out to Drew. Back over to Lou. Steps back for the 3. Hits off the rim. Rebounded by Ibanez. Takes this one back out for Perkins. Perkins going to drive to the paint. The hook shot off the rim. The putback from Drew. That one's good. Another 2 points for the Matador. As it's 35-41 now. Back over to Shanguia. His first miss of the evening. The ball will go to the Trojans. 1.5 minutes left to go, 91 seconds. As Mubito going to fly down the court with speed. Mubito going to drive into the paint. That one, no good. Mubito once more, the putback not good. A great A chance for him, but just misses. A little bit colder are the Matadors as Shanguia gets this one out to Ortiz. All the way back. Not sure how that was a travel. Singh with the move. Back out for Ortiz. What a play! What a play for the Trojans. They go up to 43. 60 left to go here in the first half. Drew going to try and make some moves. Slides this one over to Lou, who pulls the trigger from deep. Off the iron. Does not fall. Back out to Wiggins. As Wiggins going to get this one over to Ortiz from 3. Nothing but net for him. Another tray falls for the Trojans, and they have been absolutely dialed all first half. Perkins going to get this one over to Drew. Drew has space, going to drive it in, being contested by Wiggins. The layup is good for Drew. So 37-46. Lead up by 9. Trojans might just dribble this one out in the first half. Back out to Shanguia. Out for Wiggins. Time winding down on the first half. And if you're the Trojans, Wiggins going to shoot 2. a 1-1 due to the bonuses. That was the 7th team foul. Wiggins, the first one will fall, so he'll get a chance to shoot the second one. And the second one will also fall for him, so easy points given up by the Matadors. 1 second left to go. A hope and a prayer for Drew. It's good! What a shot by Drew as he chucks up a hope and a prayer. That's the exclamation point to end the half. It's a 7-point game, sorry, a 9-point game. 40-49 here at the SRC. 20 minutes left of basketball to play. We'll step aside. Second half coming up next. Halfway through game number 2, USC leads by 8, 40-48. But oh my gosh, talk about a way to end the first half. Matador chucks up a hope and a prayer. Nothing but net, cash money. Splash, if you will. What a play that was from him. And maybe the Matadors will have a little bit more life after that. Only time will tell. 20 minutes are in the books. We got another 20 left to play here at the SRC. As we await on the officials. So through the first half, Wang with 4, Shanguia with 12, Wiggins with 6, Singh with 5, Watkins with 5, Ortiz and Colbert Brown both with 8. Mubito and Abanez for the Matadors both have 7. Drew and Perkins both have 9, Willingham have 5, and Lou has 3. And so we are at 40 to 48 right now. So Matadors will start with possession in the second half. And they'll inbound it, so 20 minutes underway. The Matadors have an 8-point deficit to cut as Drew going to drive this one through. No good there. Abanez with the board off the square. That one does not fall as Shanguia gets this one over to Singh. Singh all the way back out to Watkins, battling through, and he's going to get a travel. So the ball will go back to the Doors as Abanez is going to bring this one through. Back over to Perkins. Perkins trying to make something happen there. Nice move there for the Matador as they get their first points of the half. 42 to 48, 6-point deficit here. 2 scores. Singh out to Ortiz, back over to Shanguia in the paint, back out to Wiggins, over to Shanguia. Shanguia out to Ortiz, wide open 3, cash money! Ortiz with the 3. As Perkins going to get stripped there, back out to Shanguia. Over, Lou's going to pick his pocket. Lou coming down, the move, gets stuffed by Watkins. The putback gets stuffed by Singh. Willingham still comes away with this one, and Singh comes away with that one. Beautiful defensive masterclass by the Trojans, and 2 points scored off of that one for the Trojans. An injury behind the play on Nathan Liu. Drew holding possession here. Back out to Perkins. Fires the 3. Catch and shoot. No good. Ortiz with the rebound. So he brings this one through. Back over to Shanguia. Shanguia out to Watkins. Will get fouled. A foul from Perkins. His second of the day. First one of the half. As the first free throw, nothing but net for Watkins. As he gets the chance for his second one right now. That one no good. Back over, Abanez is going to take a spill. Shanguia, his first foul. And we'll get the inbound. So back out to Mubito beyond the arc. Willingham will slide this one over to Ibanez. Ibanez looking for options. Back out for Drew. Drew pulls the trigger from beyond the arc. Rims around, no good. As the Trojans come back the other way, Shanguia doesn't miss much from there, but he'll get fouled. So 111 fouls the other. Drew's second foul. And Shanguia already has 12 points on the day so far. And he'll shoot two. Misses the first one. Has one more. He'll miss the second one as well. So the hot hand expiring for Shanguia. And if you're the Trojans, you want that hot hand once more. Drew able to get the putback there. Or not the putback, but able to get the layup. And the Matadors go up to 44. They now trail by 10. Singh will take that lead out to 12. As he'll tally another two for the Trojans. So they're at 56. Perkins driving through back up to Mubito. Pulls the trigger. That one gets greened as it falls for three. Mubito with 10 points on the day. Matadors at 47. Mubito gonna get fouled. Mubito not happy with the call. He's happy with the foul. But he had the fast break. Ortiz will get the foul. And Mubito had a fast break, just had one to beat. Ortiz fouled him. Smart foul there from Ortiz, stopping the bucket. Mubito does not miss those layups much. As that one will be another foul on Ortiz. And Mubito will go to the line. So, last time I was on the call here, Mubito was a perfect 4 for 4 when they were down against Santa Barbara. I said this is the man you want at the free throw line. And I ended up broadcaster jinxing him when he was there. He drains the first one. He's been perfect 1 for 1 today. That was his first one. We'll see if he drains his second one. No broadcaster jinx for him today as he drains his second one as well. Matadors go up to 49. It's a 49-56 game. 16:50 left to go in the second half as Ortiz going to dribble this one out just to the top of the key. Looking for a pass. Gets this one over to Wang. Thought about pulling the trigger. Going to step back to beyond the arc. Wang back over to Ortiz. Ortiz, nice little jump pass to Brown. He's going to get fouled, but the and one. Going to be another foul on the Matadors. And Brown will get to shoot one to complete the three-point play. Off the mark. Perkins losing handle. Out to Drew. Swings it over to Ibanez. Ibanez steps back. The two, no good. Wang, actually it was Brown with the rebound. Back out to Wang. It's Cobbler's Brown. Gonna get fouled. It's another and one for him. Foul on Mubito. Nathan Liu getting ready to check back in. As Brown going to shoot another and one. Missed the first time. He'll miss that one. Shanguia with the offensive board. Willingham. Going to get the foul. And the ball will stay with the Trojans. So ball back out as Ortiz almost pulled the trigger. getting pressured by Lou after the injury. Back in as Ortiz the fadeaway off the iron, off the front part of the rim. Wang gonna get fouled by Lou. Lou went down. So his second of the game. The fourth team foul, I believe. Lou inbounds this one to Colbert-Brown. Colbert-Brown still defending his man, trying to box him out. Colbert-Brown with the layup. He'll get another 2 for him. So 62 points for the Trojans. Matadors only at 49, still yet to break the half-century mark as Mubito pulls the trigger on a layup. Ball pops loose out to Ortiz, and the Trojans back the other way. As they swing one through. Ortiz almost pulling the trigger back out to Colbert-Brown. Colbert-Brown, the hook shot there. No good. Perkins gets this one over to Lou. Lou back over to Drew. Drew pulls the trigger for the deep three. That one off the rim. And Wang with the rebound. So rebounded, tipped off by Mubito. It'll be tipped back to Wang. A great play there. Shanguia pulls the trigger from 3. Air ball. I think Perkins just got a piece of this one as here comes Mubito. Mubito through contact. As Wang will take his first foul. And Mubito will go to the line. So 2 for 2 on the day. We'll see his first couple of free throws, or his third and fourth free throw of the day. And that one falls for him. So 13 for him. As Mubito stays perfect on the line. 4 for 4 on free throws today. As Shanguia get this one to Lou. Back out to Colbert-Brown. Brown back out to Shanguia. Screen set by Brown. Picked his pocket. It was Lou. Lou coming through. Only has one to beat. Finger rolls this one in. Matadors finally get to 53. This one back out to Lou. Lou gonna slide this one over to Colbert-Brown. Blocked by Lou. What a block there as he breaks free. Coming through, just has Lou to beat. And Lou catching fire. Another 2 points for him. Is it 62 to 55? The Matadors slowly clawing their way back into this game. 13:50 left to go. And it'll be a foul, and the Matadors already in the bonus. As that was their 7th foul. Of the day. So Singh checks in for Lou. Shanguia will sink his first one, so he'll get another attempt. 1 for 3 on the line today. We'll see if he can go to 50%. That he does. As Ibanez with speed, finger rolls it in. Another 2 points for him. It's now 57 to 64. 13 and a half left to go. Shanguia almost getting stopped there, but it will be another foul on the Matadors. Perkins gonna get called for the foul. His third one. And he's going to get teched, too, for unsportsmanlike. So it'll be Wiggins who will get the free shots at the line. Wiggins today, perfect at the line, 2 for 2. He has 6 points through the first half. This will be his first couple of points in the second half. Drains one. 65 for the Trojans. And that one will be 66. Now Shanguia will get another 2 shots. So Willingham coming back in. Shanguia drains the first one. He'll get another attempt. 3 for 5. I'm going to go 4 for 6. As he gets 1. Trojans up by 10. Now they're up by 11 as he drains this one. And so it's going to be a timeout for the Matadors, and a good timeout called there. And sometimes you kind of just have to hang your head and look at what went wrong and how you can improve going forward. CSUN shouldn't get too caught up in this weekend as they have a lot stronger of a week coming up next against UCLA. And I know I sound like a broken record repeating that over and over again, but UCLA is the best team in club sports right now, at least in men's basketball. They are the team to beat, and if CSUN can play well against that UCLA squad, who knows what could happen. The Matadors ball, 13:24 left in regulation. So Matadors ball, 68 to 57. They trail by 11. Need a lot to happen here. Ibanez back over to Drew. Drew thought about pulling the trigger. 111 guards the other. Back out to Ibanez. Ibanez pulls the trigger off the front part of the rim. Mubito with the offensive board. Ibanez coming back, streaking down with speed. The ball will be back to Lou. Lou pulls the trigger. That one will just be off the mark as well, as the Trojans get this one out to Singh. Gonna rim this one in and out of the rim. Singh with the rebound there. Coming back looking for more points. Gets this one out to Wiggins, who pulls the trigger from deep. Cash money. Call it a splash as Wiggins slams one home for 3. And the Trojans increase their lead to 71. Willingham gets this one in as he drives it to the paint for 2. He'll get his first points of the second half. Singh holds this one at the top of the key. Slowing the game down. Gonna get pass gets picked off by Mubito. Is intended for Shanguia. Back out to Mubito. Mubito to Ibanez. Ibanez coming through. Nice move around there. Pour the champagne for him as he will score another 2. 61 to 71. Matadors back within 10. 11:55 left to go in regulation. Seam picking up for the Doors, and they need a crucial stop here. Shanguia gets this one over to Wiggins, and that's a great play there. Good ball movement, being able to rim this one around. They're down by 12. They need a 3 here. A 3 would be absolutely crucial. They swing this one out to Lou, who almost drains that one. Will be rebounded by Wiggins. Wiggins comes through, out to Wang. Wang, the layup. That one, Circle gets the square there for him. Wang will tally his 6th point of the night. So 75 points for the Trojans. Mubito coming through, back out to Drew. Drew with the 3. Call him the hot hand as he hammers one home as well. 64 for the Matadors. 10:50 left to go. Almost halfway through this second half. Ortiz going to check back in after the next dead ball as Singh lays this one through and finger rolls it in. Another 2 points for him. Doors down by 13. Liu coming through off the foul. Will the basket count? It does, so Liu will get the and one. As Wang will step off for Ortiz. Liu drains his free throw there. So the Matadors at the faded 67-point mark right now. As Wiggins ruins the party, he'll score another 2. And they trail by 12 once more. Liu trying to cut the gap to 10, unable to do so. Shanguia comes away with the rebound through with speed. Back out for Brown, and he'll get fouled. It'll be Drew who gets the foul. I believe that was the Matadors' 8th foul. So 79 for the Trojans. And Brown will get the chance to shoot 2 here. 50% from the line today. Make that 60%. As he goes to 3 for 5. Quick math there. As he'll go 50% once more. Going 3 for 6. Liu swings this one over to Drew. Drew pulls the trigger off the mark. Cobbler's Brown recovers this one all the way up for Shanguia, but Mubito picked off the pass from Ortiz. And he'll get picked off once more. Mubito not happy with himself there, saying a couple of choice words as Cobbler's Brown. Welcome to the San Fernando Valley, he says. It's our house now as the Trojans taking over the SRC. 82 points, Liu with the air ball. Matadors can't buy a bucket, 9.5 left to go. And maybe you put this one in the rearview mirror and look forward to next week. When the Trojans offense gets going, they get going. Wiggins almost had the finger roll in there. Tipped back out for Wiggins as he'll get a nice pass to Cobbler's Brown. Back out to Shanguia. Swings this one over to Ortiz. Ortiz for 3. No good. But an offensive foul. And it'll be back for the Matadors. Under 10 minutes to play here. Under 9 minutes to play here at the Red Ring Courts as Drew gets this one out. Plays it back. Back over to Ibanez. Nice move there. Getting his own rebound. The putback. No good. It'll be Ibanez who gets it once more. No good. Ortiz with the foul. His 4th of the evening. And Ibanez will shoot 2. He's at 11 points today. We'll see if he can increase that to unlucky or lucky number 13. As that one falls. It does not fall. So Ibanez takes one more shot. That one gets drained. So Matadors go up to 68 points. They still trail by a lot. They trail by 14. Trying to just cut the gap to single digits as Wiggins gets this one in for Watkins. Watkins makes a move. Hook shot in. That one falls. Another 2 points for the Trojans as they're at 84. They could hit the triple digits today, and as of right now, they are on pace to do so. Ibanez trying to cut through traffic, gets this one out to Mubito. Mubito from 3, off the iron, no good. As Singh brings this one in, tries to go through the layup. That one falls, and the Trojans so good at being able to make their own offense and just get in. The Matadors playing too much deep ball. They're shooting threes too much, and you know that strategy works when you're draining them, but the Matadors have not been able to drain a three in the past couple of possessions. As Drew gonna slide this one in for Mubito. Mubito through traffic and contact. So it'll be the Trojans' 7th team foul. And Mubito, perfect 4 for 4. 5 for 5, he'll get one more. Actually, I saw Mubito yesterday, went to the CSUN men's game versus Hawaii, does not fall perfect anymore, where CSUN beat the #1 team in the Big West Conference. As Willingham pulls the trigger from the corner, rebounded by Drew, the putback does not find the mark. It'll be Watkins who gets this one back out. Nice play there from Wiggins. And it's all smiles from the USC squad. They go to 88. The three does not fall. And we'll get a stoppage of play. It'll be Matadors ball. 6.5 left to go. 69-88. Gap at 19 points. Ibanez doesn't cut that one down as that one rims in and out. And that's a tough feeling there when you can't buy a bucket, as the Matadors haven't been able to do so. Mubito, the ball will get off of him. And some frustration showing through this Matador squad. So clock running here as Wang. Back over to Liu. Liu gonna bring in a nice layup there off the mark. Tip in there from Colberts Brown. Does not fall. As Mubito gonna come through, back out to Liu, the deep three. No good, Chenguia with the rebound. Back over for Wang, who pulls the trigger from 3. Off the mark. Liu comes through with this one. Just has Liu to beat, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Oh, actually, no, it'll be a defensive foul. So one Liu fouls the other. It's a 1-and-1 situation here for Nathan Liu. As he'll drain this one. He'll get one more shot. The Matadors hit the 70-point mark. Liu unable to block this one. Ibanez not able to keep the ball in bounds. And so the ball will go over to the Trojans as the clock has been running. 18-point gap. 5 minutes left to go here. Chenguia holding this one. Drive it over to Wang. Back out to Colberts Brown. Cutting through traffic. So loose out in front. No one there. We'll get a foul. It'll be a foul on Watkins. The 9th one on the team. And Drew will get a 1-and-1 chance. At 14 points today. Drills the first one. Gets one more. Drills the second one as well. So up to 16 points for him on the day. Shenguia going to drive this one in. 4 minutes left to go for an astounding victory. Another slam by Cobblers Brown. Another 2 points for him as they hit the 90-point mark. Matador is at 72. Back over for Ibanez. That one using the glass. Ibanez able to get another handful of points there. Shenguia being pressured by Mubito. The midi from Liu, no good. Bonnier is going to drive this one down. 3.5 left to go for the Trojans. Spin move off this glass, no good. Watkins with the defensive board. The Trojans still up by 14. It'll be Matador's basketball. Clock still runs. 3:17 left to go. All the way up for Mubito, who misses the layup, misses the wide open layup, has one more, misses it again, and not a good day for him. 3 minutes left to go. And those are layups you want to make, but when you're so in your head, a lot of basketball is mental too, as Wang pulls the trigger from 3. The defensive rebound from Mubito. Passes that one out to Liu. Liu with the 3. That one doesn't fall. Put back from Ibanez is good. Another 2 points for him. He's at 70, or Matador's at 76. He's at 16 points today, I think. He's at 16 points. So Shenguia having to shake off Mubito. Pass will get picked off by Ibanez as he drives through down the court. Just has one to beat. Back out for Mubito as that layup will fall for him. And Mubito getting the crucial layup there that he needed. 2 minutes left to go. 78 to 90. Gap down to 12. Back up to 14 as Watkins uses the size to his advantage. Cashes it in for 2. 92. The 3 from Ibanez! Splash! Ibanez will get a 3. Watkins coming through. Hook shot. That one falls for him. A back and forth game here. 94 for the Trojans. Ibanez gets this one out to Drew. The deep 3 off the iron. No good. 90 seconds left to go. Actually, 77 now. Shenguia deep pass for Wang. Back out for Watkins, who slams it down. Another 2 for him, and the Trojans just 4 points away from hitting triple digits as Ibanez steps back, pulls the trigger on the 3. No good. Rang recovers this one as he's coming through. Almost gets it picked off by Liu. Wang flies down. Will fall? It will not. Cobblers Brown gets that one picked away from him as Drew all the way back down for Liu. Liu will get the layup. Matador's at 83 to 96. 30 seconds left to go. Liu gets this out to Shenguia. Back over to Wang. They're just 4 points away from the triple digits. Make that 2. As Wang scores another 2 points. Puts the Trojans at 98. As Ibanez out for Drew. Drew pulls the trigger for 3. That one doesn't find the mark. 10 seconds left to go, and Shenguia just going to dribble this one out here, and that will do it for the doubleheader. So final score here, 98 to 83 in favor of the Trojans. So the Trojans sweep the back-to-back for CSUN B. Liu with 13 points, 10 points in that half. Drew with 16 points, 7 points in the half. Willingham with 2 in the half for a total of 7. Perkins with 11, or 2 in the half for a total of 11. For Ibanez, he had a total of 17 points, 10 in that last half. And for Ethan Mubito, 9 points for a total of 16. For the Trojans, 4 points in the second half for Wang for a total of 8. For Shenguia, he had 4. He had a total of 16 points today. For Wiggins, 11 points for a total of 17. 11 points for Singh, 6 in the second half. For Watkins, 9 points for a total of 14. For Ortiz, he had 5 points for a total of 13. And for Cobbler's Brown, total of 17 for him. So that'll do it for us here at the MSN. From Arabella Roman, Paige McGill, and Jonas Tani, we say so long. Thank you for tuning in for today. We're going to remind you that all games are streamed on the MSN YouTube channel and may not be reused without the express written consent of the Matador Sports Network. We will see you all here next week for UCLA versus CSUN, when the #1 team travels down the 118 to take on the Trojans. We'll see you all there.